Welcome to today's story. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and be blessed as you watch. In the warm heart of Accra, where the streets buzz with life and laughter, Amma sat upright on her bed. It was the night before her wedding, but sleep had fled from her eyes. She stared at the ceiling, feeling a strange heaviness in her chest. Her fingers clutched her pillow, then her phone. The clock read 12:41 a.m. Everyone else was sleeping, but her heart was too full, too restless. A soft smile formed on her lips. She thought maybe she could surprise Kabi. After all, it was their last night apart before they became husband and wife. She wanted to bring him a small basket of pastries she had baked earlier and whisper a short prayer with him. Amma tiptoed quietly past her cousin, who was snoring gently on the floor, slipped into her slippers, and carried the small basket out of the house. The street was quiet, lit by dim yellow bulbs and the occasional honk from distant taxis. She waved one down, clutching the basket and her handbag tightly. The driver gave her a curious look but said nothing. As the car hummed toward the hotel where Kabi and his groomsmen were lodged, Amma's mind replayed memories. Their first prayer meeting, the night he knelt in front of her parents, the fasting, the dreams they had for their future. She was marrying the man she prayed for. The hotel's front desk was quiet. The receptionist, a sleepy-eyed young woman, nodded politely as Amma walked past with familiar confidence. She had visited several times during the week to help Kabi with logistics. She headed straight for room 204 and gently knocked, her heart racing with anticipation. No answer. She tried again, and after a few seconds, she turned the knob. Unlocked. She slowly pushed the door open, whispering his name with a shy giggle. But her smile faded. Her eyes landed on the bed. Her world stopped. There, under the dim glow of the bedside lamp, was Kabi. Half-dressed, fast asleep, his arm draped around another man. Not just any man. It was his best man, Salorm. Amma froze. The basket slipped from her hand, landing with a dull thud. Neither of them stirred. Her throat tightened. Her legs trembled. Her eyes scanned the room, desperate to make sense of what she was seeing. Shirts, belts, boxer briefs, all scattered. A champagne glass tipped over. Her breath came in shallow gasps. This wasn't a joke. This wasn't a dream. The man she loved, the man she prayed for, was lying with another man. She turned and ran, her legs barely supporting her. She didn't know how she got home. Her mind went blank. Her phone buzzed endlessly as dawn approached. Messages from her auntie's makeup artist, planner. Everyone excited about her big day. But Amma curled on her bed, staring blankly at the ceiling, her white wedding gown hanging quietly in the corner. The sun rose, but the world felt cold. Her phone rang again. Her mother this time. Amma didn't answer. She kept hearing her heartbeat louder than anything else. She finally picked up a call from her cousin, who was downstairs wondering why Amma hadn't come for her bridal hair appointment. Amma sat up, still in her nightwear. Her face was pale. She whispered, "Cancel everything." Her cousin's voice cracked. "What? Are you okay?" Amma's voice was barely audible. "He's not who I thought." And with that, she hung up. Outside, the compound was full of cars. Aunties bustled about with fabrics and food trays. Friends laughed unaware. Amma walked to her bathroom and stared at herself in the mirror. Her eyes were red. She took a deep breath and cried, loud, messy, broken. By noon, her father had heard. He barged into her room, confused and angry. "What do you mean the wedding is canceled? Your mother and I have paid bride price. Guests have flown in." Amma sat calmly now. "Daddy, Kabi is gay." He froze. "Don't say such things. He's a church boy, a deacon's son." "I saw him," she said, "with Salorm." Her father's face turned dark. He stormed out of the room. The compound's energy shifted. People whispered. Her mother came in next, crying and begging her to reconsider. People will laugh. We'll be disgraced. Amma shook her head. Let them laugh. The next day, instead of walking down the aisle, Amma packed a small bag and left Accra. She took a bus to Cape Coast and checked into a small guest house by the sea. For 2 days, she didn't answer any calls. She stared at the waves and thought about everything. Her silence made her trend on social media. Photos of her in her bridal robe were posted with captions like, "Runaway bride in Ghana." Rumors flew, but Amma didn't care. Then she did something brave. She opened her phone and posted a simple video. Her voice was calm, her face bare. To all those asking why the wedding didn't hold, she said, I found out the man I was to marry is not the man I thought. This isn't to shame him, but I won't walk into a lie to make others comfortable. I choose truth. I choose peace. The video went viral. Thousands of young women messaged her with stories of betrayal, secrets, shame. She became a silent voice for many. A TV station invited her for an interview, but she declined. She wasn't interested in fame. She just wanted to heal. Kabi, on the other hand, disappeared from the public eye. No one knew where he was. Salorm traveled abroad. Rumors swirled. Some said Amma had cursed them. Others said she was bitter. But Amma didn't explain herself again. She went back to school, focused on her work, and kept praying. Months passed. One evening, Amma stood on her balcony watching the sunset. Her phone buzzed. It was a message from a young woman. Thank you for saving me. I was about to marry a man I didn't know. Your story gave me courage. Amma smiled faintly. That's when she knew her pain had a purpose. At a women's conference a year later, she was invited to speak, not about scandal, but about self-worth. She stood on stage, dressed in a flowing green gown, her hair in soft curls. Sometimes, she said, God answers prayers by revealing truth, not by giving you what you asked for. And when truth hurts, it's not to destroy you. It's to set you free. The hall went silent, then erupted in applause. Amma exhaled. She had found her voice. Later that evening, she stood near her car when a man approached. He had kind eyes and a warm smile. My mother dragged me here, he laughed. But I'm glad she did. They spoke for a while. He was a doctor, gentle and thoughtful. She didn't rush anything this time. They started as friends. 1 year later, Amma stood in another gown, this time not white, but gold. It was a small wedding. Only 50 guests, no fanfare, no lies. Just truth. Her father walked her down the aisle with tears in his eyes. Her mother hugged her tightly. The man waiting at the altar didn't have secrets. He had scars like her, and they were ready to heal together. After the vows, Amma gave a short speech. A year ago, I thought my life had ended, but God was just beginning a new chapter. I walked away from shame, and I walked into purpose. The crowd clapped. Her husband held her hand. And in that moment, Amma knew. Sometimes, unanswered prayers are the greatest blessings. Thank you for watching this powerful story. If it touched your heart, please don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for more emotional African stories like this. God bless you.